Okay, hi all. So here is the workshop for today. I'm going to show you how you are going to be resizing your individual icons for each of the screens. All right, so Sally has been generous enough to let me use her code for this demo today. So first thing I will show you is let's just open up the code. All right, and I'm going to view it on mobile first. Okay, so mobile first. Okay, so it looks great. Sally, great job. So the first thing that I'll do is just make sure that everything's looking right on mobile, and then what we want to do is we're gonna go one up and then to the next one. So the screens that we're gonna be targeting are gonna be we're gonna do iPad and then small desktop, which is going to be 1366 by 768. If you don't have the small desktop option, you'll have to add it. So if we go to Edit and we go to Add Custom Device, you could just put a name in here. I'm just going to do desktop 2 because I already have one. And the size we're going to target is 1366 by 768. All right, and then just click Add. You can close that once you've clicked Add, and then when you go back to the Web Inspector, it will be in your dropdown. So desktop 2, or mine's small desktop as well, okay? And where I'm getting that information, just for reference, is if you just go to Browser Sizes, W3 Schools, Browser Display Statistics, all right? 1366 by 768 is the most used browser size as of January 2020, so that's the size that we're gonna target for our media queries, which we've also done in our media queries previously. All right, so let's head on over to iPad. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to just sort of resize some of these and get them to display inside of our boxes. And we're gonna do that. We're gonna head on over to where Sally has her first media query. All right, and at this point you should have the media queries in your file already. Okay, so the first media query, we're going to do the min width of 768. Okay, so Sally has the media query styles already in here for her icon holders and then the individual boxes and the colors. So she's all set. So I'm going to be working in this media query. Again, just keep in mind that the media query opens and closes with a block. All right, so I'm just going to leave myself a little bit of comment here that just says like tablet end, just so I know not to delete this. Okay, so I'm going to be using the Web Inspector quite a bit for this, so especially since I haven't styled this, so maybe you won't. I would suggest using the Web Inspector. I just don't know exactly what everything's called, so this process might also be easier for you as well. Okay, so I'm going to head over here. I'm going to first grab this this icon. So let me just find my Web Inspector. Where did it go? Let me try this again. Sorry, y'all. I lost my Web Inspector. All right, there she is. Okay, so let me just organize myself a little bit more so I don't get lost. Okay, perfect. So I wanted to just find where that first one was defined, so it's obviously going to be a 1. Okay, and this one's going to be really easy because Sally has done this all with one ID, which is great. If you did not do it with one ID, don't sweat. You may just have to do a little bit of an HTML intervention. So I'm going to target green tea, okay? And you can... So I'm going to target green tea. I'm going to define green tea. So I'm going to head on over to my Web Inspector here. Okay, sorry, my code editor. And I'm going to just define green tea inside of the tablet style. So green tea, I'm just checking. Okay, it's a class. Green tea. Great, all lowercase. Okay, and I'm going to call scale on it. So I'm going to call it transform scale. Okay, and I'll just leave that here for now, kind of undefined, save it, and then I'm going to refresh my page so that I can use that scale. Okay, so now I have, as you can see here, now that I've put green tea inside of my media query, right? Inside my media query, now it's showing up. So this is the normal style, the original style, which is my mobile style. Now here's my media query. Okay, it's ready to go. Green tea inside the media query. So you're looking for this. All right, so I'm going to call a scale on it. Let me just bring this up. And a scale of 1, all right, will be the original size. I want to call a scale of maybe 0.5, okay? And check it out. That's going to resize it. So it just depends on how you want to resize it. So maybe Sally wants to do like 7. And then you may, so here's your other style. So Sally looks like she has some margin. So I also want to probably just want to redo the margin here as well. So let's do margin. And she's using that top and bottom, left and right auto. So maybe we want to do like 5 auto. Oh my goodness, perfect. Okay, cool. So I'm going to copy these and I'm going to put these into green tea. Boom. Cute. All right. And that should be ready to go. Okay, so let's do that for this other one, which looks a bit more complicated. So I'm assuming that this is going to be inside of Sally's 2 class. Okay, great. So inside of 2, Sally has candle, plate, and flame, okay? So you could very well go inside of your media query and target candle, plate, and flame, but you probably want to maintain the relationship that you have between all of these. So what I might suggest doing, so if you have made something that has multiple classes, and this is why I told you all to use as many pseudo classes and drop shadows and stuff as you could, because it's just easier. Okay, we're gonna wrap this in kind of like a dummy div almost. All right, so we'll wrap this in a div here. And I'll indent this a little bit. And we're gonna give this a name, and let's just name this, let's like 2 candle. Okay, and we're not even gonna mess with this in our normal style at all. We're just gonna target this in the tablet style, okay? And we're not gonna give this any CSS otherwise, so on mobile it's just gonna completely ignore it. That's why it's sort of like a dummy class. But we're just gonna use this class, we're gonna use scale on this class, and it'll apply to all its children, all right? That way you don't have to individually go in here and mess with it too much. You may have to move around the margin and stuff just a little bit for candle, plate, and flame, but we're gonna try to invoke this solution. All right, so I'll head back over here to make sure I'm inside of my media query. All right, for tablet, and I'm going to call 2 candle. Okay, and again, I'm just going to put the scale inside of here because I know I'm going to use that. And let's just keep that scale 0.7. All right, and then we'll head back here, make sure I save everything. Okay, so that made it a little bit smaller, which is good. So let's grab our web inspector. We'll grab 2. Okay, 2 candle. Great. So there's my media query. Check it out. When I look at it on tablet, I'm sorry, on iPhone, it will not even show 2 candle is not defined at all. So it doesn't break anything, it doesn't mess with anything, which is really nice. So make sure that you don't define that in mobile. Let's go to iPad. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to use 2 candle, okay? And we're going to use the scale, and then we're also going to do margin for that. And you can maybe give it like a negative margin. and that will kind of move everything up because you want to override the margin that Sally has on these, right? So Sally has a margin on the individual icons, right? And so I'm going to use this negative to just override it and get it in the general place where I want it to go, okay? So this is going to go on to candle, and then we may have to go into these individual options and kind of move them around just a little bit. So I'll head over to candle, throw this stuff in there. Okay. All right, and then what I want to do is then I'm going to go into these individually. So it looks like the candle options are placed appropriately. The plate looks like we need to move over a little bit, and then the flame looks like we probably need to move those over a little bit. So let's target the plate. Right now, the styles that are showing are the mobile styles, right? The original styles, but I can mess with this to get the positioning and then apply it to my tablet style. So it's looking like maybe I'll have to use left. Okay, so I want to just move this over a little bit. Great. Okay, so left of -4 is what I want. So I'll grab this, and then again, inside the media query for the tablet, I want to call plate. Okay, so I'm going to call plate left for VW. Perfect. So then if I refresh, brilliant. Now let's do the little flamies. All right, so grab my little flamey friends. Okay, and then probably the same thing. I probably want to move them over just a little bit. Okay, perfect. So on the flame here, I'll do .flame left 6 VW. Perfect. Okay, so now I should be able to go from, so we're just going to look at these two, and then I'll show you how to mess with them on desktop as well, just so you have all the information you need. So let's go to iPhone. Okay, they look great on iPhone. And then let's go to iPad. Brilliant. Look totally great on iPad too. Okay, so now let's fix them on desktop. Okay, cool. So pretty much we're gonna do the same exact thing, all right? So I'm in the mobile style right now, right? So in mobile style, and everything that I just changed, okay, I'm just gonna do green tea first so that I don't get confused. So I'm just gonna grab green tea because I know these are the two things that I have to change, okay? I'm gonna grab green tea, I'm gonna head to desktop style. Again, make sure you're inside desktop style, okay? And I'll invoke this. All right, and then save it, and then I'm gonna use the web inspector. All right, so I'll head over here. I'm gonna go to, let's see, 1 is gonna be green tea. Okay, great. So here's my desktop style. Perfect, okay. So I wanna make this a little smaller for desktop. Maybe like 5, maybe you get away with about 6. Whatever look you want, and then let's mess with the margin. All right, so might have to do a little bit of a negative margin there. Okay, looks great. So I will then copy this on over to the green tea inside of the desktop style. Okay, and then I'll do the same thing with the candle friend. So again, I'm gonna go up and I'm just gonna go one by one. I would suggest, like, it might be a good idea to do like 1 on tablet and then 1 on desktop. So you just like kind of move really slow, keep it organized. So I know I'm gonna need to transform and do the margin. So most of them you're gonna have to do transform and margin. Okay, so I'll head down here again to the desktop style. All right, and I'll do 2 candle transform. I'll just start with about 0.5 because that's what I did for this one, and that seemed to be a good technique for my tablet style. Okay, cool. So that looks great. That's a really good size. And then I'm going to want to move the... So let me just refresh here so I can get that. So we have candle. All right. And Okay, so, I'm targeting 2 candle here. And again, just to highlight, that's that kind of dummy class I made because I just needed something to wrap all these individual icons in so that I could just do the scale for all of them at once, which makes my life a lot easier. Okay. So I just wanted to get the, okay, so candle, 2 candle, perfect. Okay, so I just wanted to make sure that I was getting this desktop style here. I want to so always make sure that that's the style you're operating in. All right, and then we can just move this up a little bit. And maybe we want to make this one just like a tiny bit smaller. Maybe we want to do like, I don't know, 4.5. Perfect, okay? And then maybe I want to go up. Oops, just one more. Okay, that looks good. So I'll copy and paste this back into my 2 candle style. Again, I'm just going to check that I'm on my desktop. Perfect. 2 candle style. All right. Okay, looks good. And then pretty much the same thing that I did for Flame Friend and Plate Friend. It looks like I just need to move them over a little bit as well. So again, just checking I'm in this style here, desktop style. Grab these friends. And just maybe I need to move this over 6, and maybe this needs to be like 4. But let's just check. Okay, and so it looks like I just need to move it over a tiny bit more. So grab plate. And then as you can see, the style here, this is for tablet. See how it's crossed out? Because this one is overriding because of the size that I'm on. So, all right, so it looks like maybe I want to do about -9, and then flame looks like I want to do about 0. Okay, so I'll do left of 0 and then -9. Okay, cool. Looks great. So now let's just check. So we go from iPhone, brilliant. iPad, excellent. And then we go to small desktop. Cute. Okay, that's it. Let me know if you have any questions over Slack. Goodbye.